This video, I'm going to be sharing with you the 3-step instant manifestation process that I think could totally change your life. It's a very simple process that if you start to apply, things will happen easier and quicker than ever. Welcome back to another video. My name is Aaron and I help people expand their consciousness. Now in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you that 3-step manifestation process for instant manifestation. Now what this does is this increases the probability of things instantly happening because we start to really embody the resonance with that version of us, with that reality. Then we are able to perceive of that, because in essence the outer reality that we experience is a reflection of our internal state of being, of our internal beliefs, and who we are. So this is something that I've realized. I have studied people that have had and created great amount of change in their life in a very short amount of time. I've realized and applied this in my own life in many ways. I remember about 1.5 years ago when I used to have my old job, I had the intention, and it was a very settled type intention. This wasn't something that I was really desiring and really like thirsty for in a way. This was something I more of so just had like this kind of playful type energy, which is important, which I'll talk about. And I was going into my job where I worked at Barney's New York at the time. I had the intention of buying a new car and meeting somebody that could help me to do that in a way. So like I knew I had some friends that had auction license, so they could go to auctions and buy cars for very cheap, and I wasn't able to get a hold of any that would go to the auction or have the ability to go into the auction to actually do it. They knew other people that could do it. However, after having that intention and going into my job that day, I just kind of light with it, just kind of playing around with it, and then I was just going throughout the day. I was just working, I was helping people, and towards the end of the day, I had a lady that I ended up helping. She was probably about 30, 32 years old, and I could tell that she had like this real business type face. Like I could tell she was a really hard worker. I could tell she was very successful at what she did. I could just kind of get that vibe. When you've been doing sales for a long time, which is what I did before I did YouTube full time, I could kind of tell and read people really well. And then we connected. We actually got along really well. We connected. We ended up talking for like 1.5 hours, 2 hours. And about 30 minutes into the conversation, she told me, I was like, what do you do? I was like, I could tell that you own a business or something. She goes, there's this place here in Vegas. She owns a car dealership. And it's like a used car dealership, but she owns a car dealership. And we started talking about how she got into it and how she invested some of her money, and her uncle had the auction license, and then now she has it and she owns the auction, and she can get cars, like nice cars that would normally go for 20 or 30K. She can get them for like 10 to 15K. So we connected, and I sold her a whole bunch of shoes and stuff. She really liked me. She said, if you ever need a car or anything, let me know. I was like, actually, I am looking for this, or this. And she was like, I'll get it for you. You show me exactly what you want. You text me what you want, the different years, the different models, and I will go in and I will get you that car. So within about a day of having that intention, it being fairly light, it was something that just kind of popped at my feet. It was something that just walked in to work, talked to some lady, you know, either 2 or 3 other people that could have been helping her, but I was the one that was able to assist her. So it was just kind of cool the way synchronistically everything happened. But there's 3-step process to doing this, and I've taken and I've broken it down into 3 easy steps that if you apply will make it so much easier for you to do. And also this is from studying the book called Becoming Supernatural, and this is by Dr. Joe Dispenza, and it has to do with people that created radical change in their life through what you could call miracles and whatnot, through patterning their brain, their emotions for what they want. It uses neuroscience and to understand it. I found it very powerful. So these are all kind of principles from all of that I think you can apply that can make all the difference. So the first step to this process is what is called pure intention. Now normally intention in general is very powerful. Intention is like the desire and the pinpoint direction of what you want to experience. Think of desire, or think of intention in a way like the sail of a boat. Without the sail of a boat, you just kind of remain just stagnant in the water. With the sail of a boat, it puts you in the direction if you want, and you just move the sail where you want to go. Intention is that direction. what you want to do is you want to put the intention, the direction of your focus on the outcome of what you want to experience. And if you start to set more intentions in your life, you will start to see a big difference in your life in general. Now, I'll talk the difference between pure intention and intention that's charged with some type of thirstiness, but just understand that intention is, I get up in the morning, I have an intention to film a video like I'm doing right now. After this, I'm gonna have the intention to edit the video, then go to the gym after that. And there's certain intentions that I have. Those are like outcomes. And if I didn't set those intentions, it would just be less structured, and that's not necessarily always bad, but I wouldn't get as much done. So I find intentions very powerful for not only productivity, but also set intentions for just things to happen. Like when you're going and getting into your car to go somewhere, are you setting the intention to have a safe drive? Are you setting the intention that when you go and have a conversation with someone that you connect with them at a deeper level? If you start to set these intentions, I'm telling you, you're going to start to experience more of what you want, because whatever you focus on is what you shift to. And if you set intentions, you're setting your focus, and you're more likely to experience those in your life. Now, what is the difference between charged intention and pure intention? Well, what you want to have is called pure intention. Pure intention is when it is not connected to a thirstiness for it. So for example, if we really, really desire something and we don't feel it in the present moment, we don't feel like we already have it, we create this gap of resistance in between where we are and where we want to be. So the key to this is more so understanding pure intention. Now, pure intention is you have a desire to go into your kitchen right now, pour a glass of water and drink it. It's just the intention you have. Now, maybe from a certain level you are a little bit thirsty, but you're not thirsty like dying of thirst in a metaphorical type way. You're not like, I wonder if I can go get glass out of the kitchen and fill it up with water. I wonder if I can go do this. I wonder if I can go outside and go for a walk down the street. It's just pure intention. You're like, I can go walk down the street. I know I can do it. There's just this pure energy about it. But when we say things like, I want to instantly manifest $1 million, there's a little bit of resistance with that unless our beliefs are aligned to it. I'm sure there's billionaires that can instantly manifest $1 million, and that's just a different paradigm. So what I mean by this is pure intention is when you're looking at the outcome and you're able to feel and observe it from a more neutral point of view. Maybe you can have a desire and a passion for it, but it has to be a passion, not the reassurance in the present moment that it is not already here. So it's about understanding how you can do that. Now, an easy way to do that is to look at something that you do have pure intention for, like getting a glass of water and drinking water, and looking at the way you feel with that, looking at how natural that is for you, and seeing it as natural for you to fulfill the intentions that you have. I see it as natural for me to go out and be at the right place at the right time. I see it as natural for me to always be doing things that I love to do, and for people that I enjoy being around to be around them. I just see it as natural, therefore I synchronistically am linking up with those people, and it happens very fast. So the first part of that is pure intention, and nonetheless to be focused on that outcome. So whatever it is, be focused on it. The second step has to do with open-mindedness. Having an open mind to how things will happen. You see, this is the thing. If we instantly want to create something in our life and we're limiting the ways that that could come into our life, then we are blocking it out and we won't instantly experience it. Time is an illusion anyways. We think instantly, oh, that's like, that's too quick, or time is an illusion. The only moment that exists is this moment right now. And we experience more of what we want when we learn to embody the emotions we want, which we'll talk about in a minute, but also we aren't limiting the expression through which that could come into our life. You see, the best case scenario that our ego can imagine, that our mind can imagine, the best case scenario is only the floor for that of what is called our higher mind, our higher self. And if we set the intention, we are then in a way moving the energy. But then if it's coming through our mind and we have all these blocks and the neurosynaptic connections in our mind of the ways it could come to us, we create blockage within us, and then we don't actually perceive of what could already be around us. Manifesting what you want instantly isn't about bringing that over there into here. It's about making the invisible visible because of your own resonance. Everything exists here and now in this moment is the only moment that will ever exist, because by the time the future gets here, it'll be this moment now. When it was the past, it was still the now moment from a different point of view. What I mean by this is everything you want to experience is about resonance, and when you start to embody it, you make the invisible visible. Now, the higher mind is always giving us the emotion, the passion is the body's physical translation of what we love to be doing, of who we really are. And our higher self, our higher mind is guiding us in that direction. But when we start to limit ourselves and we say, oh, I want to create, let's say I want to create a new job. Say somebody is like, oh, I don't like the job I have, I'm going to find a new job. And they're like, okay, the only way that this can happen is I have to go down to a company, I have to put in my resume, and I have to talk to the people. It's the only way it can happen. Then what happens is that person is blocking out them going out to lunch with friends and having somebody else that is there as well that owns a company or that knows somebody that works for somebody else. It's like, I can just get you in. You see, the brain will block itself out of all the different opportunities if it isn't open-minded, if there's not that open-minded type attitude. So how do you do this? You detach from the outcome. You detach from how. You trust the process. You focus on the outcome and this knowing that things will happen the way they're meant to happen. Because as you do that, you open up the realms of possibility for things to happen instantly. It's about the embodiment of that trust you have in the universe. So the intention, the pure intention, the open-mindedness to how things happen, with the understanding that the ego mind does not know everything. Trust the higher mind. Trust your higher self. Trust that part of the universe, and it will prove itself back to you. But you have to trust it, because if you don't trust it, then you're saying, I'm not too focused on what you're going to do for me. I'm focused on what I'm going to do for me. And I'm going to do it all. And then you carry all this weight on your back, and you're carrying around this luggage, and you're trying to go places, you're trying to get things done, but guess what? The ego doesn't know everything. The universe can work through you if you allow it. What is the third way and step of the process to really instantly manifest? Now, this is important. This has to do with resonating with that reality you want to experience, with having that instant manifestation, resonating with it in the present moment by connecting your heart center to it. It is all about the emotion. Now, I've said this before, but it is literally one of the most powerful things that you can begin to apply in your life. Understand that whatever you want to experience in your life is because the emotion that that thing will bring you feels better, and that's what you want to experience. So knowing that even though you want a new house, and the house brings you the emotion of feeling that spaciousness, of feeling the freedom, of feeling just like you are expressing the desires that you have in life, that is who you are, living in a really nice house and being in the right location, being able to entertain other people, the emotion that you'd have, being able to entertain friends and family in a very beautiful house, having a nice backyard that you can relax in. Those are all an emotion of something that will bring you, even though you think that you want just the $100,000. But what you really want is the emotion that will bring you. You want the freedom and the security that will bring you, the ability to travel and to do what you want to do. Even though you say, I want a relationship because that relationship is going to make me feel connection, make me feel compassion and love. That's what you want. You want that emotion, the compassion, the love, the connection. So knowing that what this is where we are, we think the manifestation will happen and then we can feel the emotion. Instead, this is where we are. We need to feel the emotion right now. We need to switch those around. When we start to feel the emotion, then all of those things will align into play because we actually resonate with it. So how do we do that? We focus on doing things that bring us that emotion right now in the present moment. Even though we say, okay, freedom and security is what I want for the money. But guess what? There's already things in your life that you can feel freedom and the security for. You live in a house. You live in an apartment. You live somewhere where there's shelter. You already have a point of reference of gratitude that you can feel. And that as you begin to embody that, you begin to see more of those things in your life. You begin to, whatever you focus on grows. You focus on what you're grateful for, you will get more and more of a confirmation of why you are grateful and what you can be grateful for. Freedom You say, I can go get something to eat right now. I can go to walk to the park right now. No one's going to stop me. You can say that and be like, okay, I could feel that freedom. Any emotion you want, you can give yourself permission to feel it right now with focus. Focus equals feeling. Whatever you focus on, you feel. Focus on things in your life and milk the emotion. It's an Abraham Hicks term. But when you have that emotion, look at it, feel the different aspects of it in the present moment, and you will start to resonate with it. And this is about knowing that, we may say in our mind, oh, when I'm in the relationship, I'm going to feel that love and compassion. And then we get into a relationship with someone and we look at them and we say, you are the reason I'm feeling this way. But really, we're giving ourselves permission to feel an emotion that only exists within us. The emotion exists within us. It's not coming from without of us. We're just giving ourselves permission. We're using somebody else as a symbol to feel that emotion. But if you feel that emotion right now, then things will begin to change, because then you're not doing it inside out. You're coming at it more from the energy from within you, the emotion within you. Emotion equals resonance. And that's why that is such an important part of the process. Now understand also, when you raise your vibration, you begin to create in a much more easy way as well, because in a high vibrational state, you are able to perceive of things that you couldn't perceive of before, but also your thoughts have more power. So if you want to learn how to raise your vibrational set point to create from a much higher point of view, I've created a free MP3 meditation that will help you to raise your vibrational set point. I think it can absolutely transform your life. I think if you listen to it for 21 days, it can really change everything. It'll be in the top of the description box below. It's absolutely free. And I think that that is where the power is. The power is in understanding our vibration all together. So remember, this 3-step process is pure intention, void of thirsty desire. Intention, like the naturalness of you don't going and getting a glass of water, is the same kind of naturalness with you attracting what you want instantly. Secondly, remember, time is an illusion. Time doesn't exist other than our perception of it. And when we start to embody the present moment, that's when things begin to change, and have an open-mindedness for how things happen. Realize that your body's translation of passion is your higher mind speaking to you and saying, going this direction. Make it more about the state of being. And then thirdly, focus on the emotions, the feeling of it. Realize focus equals feeling. The more you feel it, the more you start to resonate with it. And as you start to embody this 3-step process, things will happen more quickly than ever. Another thing I'll be doing is I'll be doing more live Q&As on Instagram. So if you want to interact with me, if you have questions for me, go ahead and right here, you'll see the Instagram, be able to follow me there, and we can have more of a dialogue. I know YouTube videos are cool, but you know what else is cool? It's having that kind of dialogue and being able to interact. So other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Feel free to like this video if you guys liked it. Subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that little notification gear so that you can see the daily vids that I do. And other than that, as always, peace, much love, and namaste.